Just how it works. Scum, filth everywhere. 50 million abortions, degenerate, self-absorbed trash everywhere. Scumbag filth everywhere running around. I don't mean to get negative. I shouldn't do 4 hours some days. I'm just pissed off. This Bobbit son of a bitch makes me mad. All right, I got to settle down. I'm out of time, ladies and gentlemen. We'll re-meet the transmission in progress with Raymond Teague talking about the NASA technologies, some of the suppressed stuff. Very interesting discussion with Raymond. And then we had Andres Von Mulo on for an hour and 30 minutes. He'll be on with us, too. I'm out of time, ladies and gentlemen. Back live tomorrow. More big guests as well throughout the week, and I shouldn't blow up. It's time to get pissed. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and realize our government isn't our government. It's a bunch of degenerate scum attacking our government and destroying it. That's it. Bye-bye, everybody. I'm pouring down with sweat. I got so mad. It's not even hot in here. That's real, folks. I'm pissed, man. I hate these people. These are enemies of America. If you're real patriots, you should learn who they are, spread the word that they're traitorous scum. God bless you all, and God bless the United States. Death to the New World Order. Coming for you, trash.
Crimes against humanity committed by the Bush administration of the United States.
How dare we torture and murder? How dare we have secret prisons? How dare we hold people indefinitely? How dare we do these acts in the name of freedom?
It doesn't do any good for you to stand up there unless the cameras see you. Because if they don't, you're just a little voice in the back of the room. And what you want is C-SPAN or any of the other cameras to get you on that camera. And then you've got to have a 15-second blurb of what you want to tell on behalf of the people of America that you're telling to that Senate committee or that House committee. You'll have about 15 seconds before one of the police officers in the room comes over to you. And actually, they don't run. They give protesters plenty of time because it's almost like they want to hear what you have to say. And sometimes you run out of things to say. The first time I did it, it was like, oh God, where's the policeman? I need him now because I've run out. I've run out of things to say.
Everyone must come to Washington. And whatever you do, don't run out of things to say.
Washington, you're fired!
The Democrats took back the House in 2006.
We have taken impeachment off the table.
Americans were expecting a change in Washington, but they didn't get one. And now it's time to demand change. You can do that. We can do that. Whatever your cause, whatever your issues may be, there is a place for you in our political system. I'm going to say this very slowly. Run for office.
I'm Joshua Hansen. I'm 26 and I'm running for Congress in District 3 of Nevada. I got into all this craziness because I love my country and someone's got to do something about it.
Are you one of those people who can do something about it? You can start by running for your local city council, or if you're more ambitious, think governor, think senator. And for those with a particular disdain for the life of a politician, my suggestion to you is find local groups and national organizations that you feel comfortable associating with. Here's just a few suggestions. Civilrights.org, the Center for Constitutional Rights, Not in Our Name, the Declaration of Peace, and the Bill of Rights Defense Committee. These websites maximize the power of the internet by bringing people together from all over the country.
You use the internet to enable you to meet a wider group of people and to meet people in different areas that you wouldn't normally come into contact with, and that can enrich your life and help affect change. The internet is what brought this demonstration together today.
Another very good place to start is by working with your local and city government to ensure that your rights are protected from the USA Patriot Act. You have to be the one to initiate the phone call. You have to be the one who attends the meetings, and you have to be the one who educates them. So does everyone have that? Run for office. Participate in a group. Get involved in your local politics. Now you're ready to do the next most important thing. Don't get all of your news from the mainstream media. Seek out alternative news sources. Again, the internet is a great place to start. Google your news topic or check out some of my favorite websites. Indie Media, Common Dreams, News with Views, Truth Out, Global Research, and Take Back Washington. And if you'd like to get your news from the television, consider streaming video over the internet instead. You can start with Out There TV. And for those who prefer streaming internet radio, please consider Maria Heller or Charles Goyette. There's literally thousands of internet news sites, radio stations, and video news streams. These examples are only a few suggestions. Your goal is to break free from the mainstream press. Once you begin a steady daily regimen of the truth, you'll be far better prepared to choose your public servants in any election.
Recycle the criminals over and over and over again, passing the same laws that are detrimental to the American people and the American way of life.
In my opinion, they should all be tried for treason. They should all be sitting in prison somewhere.
Let us not forget, everyone in this country must be encouraged to vote their principles. There can be no doubt that health care and abortion and marriage rights are central to the concerns of many Americans. And yes, these are some of the most important issues of our generation. But if you let them guide your path at the voting booth, it could well damn this country to something that even George Orwell couldn't have imagined. You've only seen this in the movies or on TV. A cruel dictator ruling a country with an iron fist. Police checkpoints and random searches. Your papers, please. Here's a cold hard fact for everyone. Quietly being phased in over the next several years, eventually, everyone in the United States will be required to carry a national ID card. Yep, that's you and me. For the first time, every American will be required to carry papers in order to travel. Without the card, you will not be able to cross state lines, board an airplane, or enter a federal building. You'll also need the card to open a bank account or apply for any government-funded programs, including Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. In 1958, Supreme Court Justice William O. Douglas wrote that the federal government may not restrict the right to travel without due process. The right to travel is a part of the liberty of which a citizen cannot be deprived without due process of law under the Fifth Amendment. But here we go again with another piece of legislation that is in absolute conflict with the Privileges and Immunities Clause of the United States Constitution. So now, you won't be able to travel in the United States unless you're willing to submit to police checkpoints and armed guards. Couple those Orwellian facts with all of the other constitutionally fatal bills that we've just discussed, and people, we're living in a freaking police state. All of the lawlessness of Washington aside, if you pass bills that render the U.S. Constitution a worthless piece of paper, then your place is not in Washington, D.C. We need leaders who will uphold their solemn oath to defend the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and especially domestic.
Fear is a wonderful thing to a politician, because when people are afraid of someone else, then they're not thinking about electing anyone else.
They're creating wars and creating conflict in order to create contracts for the businesses who have interest in the government, and vice versa. So they're laundering our money and we're letting them do it.
The troops stationed in 150 countries around the world are not protecting the American people. They're protecting the financial interests of multinational corporations and banks.
We can do peace as well as we can do war. We need to get away. We need to be done with it.
George Bush has dragged this flag through the sewer too many times.
Justice must prevail, and treason must be punished. Clear examples for future administrations must be set now. Our Constitution does not allow you to spy on us, collect our weapons, and round up Americans on the word of any one man alone. The sovereign people of the United States must take back their Constitution now, or it will be forever lost. The free and unmonitored expression of ideas on the internet and in our homes must be protected at all cost. We must restore habeas corpus and posse comitatus. We must repeal the USA Patriot Act